of the century are taking a front seat in careers, finance, and still take care of their families. Well, much is expected from them, as it should be. But in all this, women are expected to rise to the occasion. But does she have adequate time to take care of herself? And what about her health? Well, let's find out more about these dynamics. In studio, we're very pleased to be joined by Telavukosi Mabasa. She has gone through health issues as an overweight woman, but decided to take charge and made the necessary changes. As you can see, she looks very gorgeous. Now, Tela is a strong advocate against body shaming towards plus-size women. We're also very pleased to welcome on this debate a General Practictioner Dr. Ramotlo. Doctor, lady. A very good afternoon to both of you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Afternoon. Thank you for having us.
Tela, let's start with you. Tell us about how you overcame this period of your life where you were overweight. What type of emotions were you going through and abuses were you facing from society?
The worst type. It took me 11 years. It's been that long. And it's extremely emotional. You have no idea how it is emotional for a plus-size woman. For some strange reason, there's a permission that when you're plus-size, people have a right to tell you who you are. So instead of being Telavukosi Mabasa, the mom, the wonderful one, the one that has a brilliant mind, you become Telavukosi Tela. You know, people seem to be, and it has become a communal norm that it's okay for you to just say ugly words to me. So you wake up in the morning and you say what you want. You wouldn't pick up that, oh, you look pretty today, or you look at my hair. The first thing that you see is how I gained weight, like you're keeping track yesterday, day before, and a decade before. It's the weirdest thing. But then, as you said, I made a decision. I was just over it. I was just over it. I had to start taking my power back. And
But tell us, was it because of the people and what they were saying to you, or it came from within that, you know what, maybe I need to make a change just for me? Because we're always saying that don't do things for other people, but for yourself.
But I think it's a lie. Because we actually do things for ourselves. It's a combination. And we do it for other people.
Public perception.
Absolutely. Because when people are the ones that are experiencing you. But most times I did it for myself. It was the power that I needed to take back first, for people not to define me. And then after that, I was like, okay, Tela, since you are redefining yourself, what else do you need to do?
You know, I want to hear from the doctor's perspective. Doctor, you've just heard this story. The media perpetuates a certain image as being socially acceptable. And those that fall outside this bracket are often ridiculed and body shamed. Talk to us about the long-term effects as well as damage to the psyche of these women that are going through these things, doctor. I'm talking about access to trendy clothing, like simple things like that. You are basically deemed as unhealthy as an individual.
Yes, the fortunate part is that Tela is my patient. So this walk that she walked for 11 years, she walked it with me. I know her when she was overweight, stress. So I'll see her for mostly anxiety and stress. And she took a decision that I want to crush this.
So it causes real health problems in the long run, doctor?
In the long run.
Tela, look, with so many expectations from just being a woman, how hard it is to cope with these social labels and stereotypes while keeping a healthy and positive mind and outlook when society just weighs down on you?
It is the hardest thing to do, to even balance it out, for you to just say, look, I am not defined by them. I am more than this. You don't just fight it when you walk down the street. You fight it in the boardroom. You fight it being a mom, because I'm a mom of an 11-year-old, and every day you have to actually remind yourself that whatever I'm doing will affect her. How I carry myself and how I see myself will affect her. So you have self-esteem. There's so many compartments that you need to do, because even though you try to look better and you put the best makeup, you're still istul. You know what I mean? So you have to actually fight that, and you need to make sure you start balancing that out. And you have to get mentally healthy and emotionally healthy.
Absolutely.
I have a lady I'm working with right now, and I'm helping her. And she says, Stella, I don't wear clothes. I wear dark clothes. She's stunning. But she's hiding because everybody else say ugly things to her. And when you say certain things, you tend to say it and walk away. But if you're a plus-size woman, it stays with me. When I eat, I have to hide my food. Because I have to think that even though food is not the one that's making me weight, it's because of all these emotional things that are surrounding this. Is the fact that when you see me eating, you think like, oh, it's because you eat too much. Absolutely. But most times, plus size women will say, it's not actually, but it's all the emotional heartache for you to get there. You know, it could be childbearing. For me, it was childbearing. For other people, is a chemical imbalance. It's so many things. Sorry, but I can't sit with you and explain and go, it's because I'm a bee and my body is not breaking down my sugar properly, you know, because you've already said a bad thing and you've walked away. So I encourage plus size women to say, even before you lose weight, how do you get yourself into a healthy space? And with that, it's first of all, you start dealing with the voices. When somebody comes to you and speak badly to you, you tell them, please don't bring your ugliness to me. It is not necessary. I know my mirror reminds me that I'm a plus size woman. My clothes remind me that I'm a plus size. Everything around me reminds me. So why you feel like you need to go to remind me? I know. So you need to really start a mental journey before you start the losing journey. Because he knows, I mean, you lose, as a size 46, you lose 10 kgs. It's only a centimeter problem.
Let me ask the doctor, Tela, I mean, as a man, doctor, before being a doctor, I mean, you had to take care of all these emotional problems before. Where do you even start counseling a woman who comes with all these issues and get her to where she is now?
You know, there are different issues. There are women who are plus sizes and it doesn't affect their self-esteem that much. Yeah. And there are women who are plus sizes, but the environment in which they work at, you know, they get crucified for that. It's abusive. So when I meet a patient, she's a plus size, I realize what's the source of the stress. After that, there are women who are plus sizes and can actually take the stress, and it doesn't stress them as much as the others. But there are others that they cause headaches, low self-esteem. Sometimes they don't go to work when they're supposed to go to work.
Your closing words, Tela, I mean, we're really out of time, but I just want to hear, you wear many hats, you're championing against body shaming, you work with gender unit and social development, assist young girls through Bras and the Panties Foundation. Jeez, you're so busy.
Yes.
Your final words of encouragement to other women that might be in your similar situation, that you have overcome.
I think it starts with you. Take your power back. Realize, be truthful of where you are. If you are unhappy, because if you're a plus size, most times we smile and go, mina ngiyathanda the way ngakon, and you're miserable. Admit that awuthandi la ukhona, and seek help. There is help. You can reach out to me. You can reach out to other women. You can go to your GP. Seek help and find out and read about it and say, how do I take my power back? How do I balance my life? And where do I want to go?
Absolutely.
Because fat is not our wall.
Absolutely. And doctor, I mean, how often should these women be coming into tests, particularly if they feel that they have issues with their body weights or emotional issues that could lead to them being overweight? Very quickly, doc.
Yeah, okay. Normally, we encourage once per year. You do your cholesterol check. You check your sugar. You check your liver. You check your kidneys. I check your weight, height, BMI. We call it body mass index. So you know how much you must lose. And, you know, health issues, sometimes you can look big outside, but your cholesterol is fine. So it's one of those issues that you need a GP to check you. You need somebody to check.
Absolutely. Dr. Tela, thank you so much for joining us. Unfortunately, we've gone through all the time we had this afternoon. It's been such a busy news day. But nonetheless, thank you so much for your encouragement and best of luck with all your foundation. Doctor, keep encouraging those women.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. That is Dr. Ramotlo alongside Miss Tela talking to us about some of the stuff that she overcame as a plus size woman who now encourages other plus size women to deal with the stereotype. Well,